Y'all come on in and sit wherever you want.
Well, it's hard to believe, but the holidays are quickly approaching once again, and it's time to break out those traditional recipes that fulfill the holidays with such comfort. And this is no exception to the rule. Today, this recipe came actually from your sister Candy.
Yes, I wish Candy could have been here, but she had to work. I would love for her to be part of this.
I know, I do too. But we'll just try to improvise and do the best we can without her.
Yeah.
Today we're making a sweet potato casserole.
It's really good.
Yes, this dish actually could substitute as a dessert. It's so good.
I know.
It's so
I think it is like a dessert.
It's my dessert.
Yeah.
Along with the pumpkin pie and everything else that I inhale at Thanksgiving or Christmas. Well, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
So in here we have
our yams, and you can do your fresh yams or you can do just canned. Right now we're just doing canned, but if you do fresh, you got to make sure you boil them down and peel them and stuff and mash them. And we've mashed these together really good.
So next we're going to add a stick of butter, which is a half a cup of butter. Marcy, why don't you go ahead and add your cinnamon with your sugar.
Yep, you're going to take a cup of sugar and then probably just like a fourth of
a teaspoon of cinnamon.
I mean a teaspoon. Then mix that together really good.
And you can use an electric mixer with this if you want, but don't be afraid. The butter's going to mix in there once it melts down. Go ahead and add your sugar in.
So you're going to add that all together.
We'll crack in a couple eggs.
That looks beautiful. This is going to be so good.
Oh, I know. I just love the smell of cinnamon and sweet potatoes.
And we had this at the restaurant during the holidays too, so that's really nice.
We have a teaspoon of vanilla. And then lastly, we have, I think, a fourth of a cup of milk.
A fourth a cup,
you can use half and half too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to go out, just go all out. So speaking of the holidays, so Thanksgiving, you're going to be open the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, right?
We'll be open Wednesday, and then we're closed Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And then we're closed Friday, the day after.
Oh, wait a minute, Marcy.
What?
We have barn concerts that weekend.
What?
Yes. Well,
Are you kidding me?
We're starting our Christmas holiday, so.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
So, yes, we'll be open that Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Oh, good. I wouldn't want to disappoint people.
That's nice for you to tell me on TV.
Well, yeah, I gotta break it to you lightly.
You had that planned, didn't you?
No, I didn't. No way. Okay, next we're gonna grease a 9x13 pan. And you're just gonna pour this in here. You're gonna go ahead and heat your oven to 350. I'm sorry, actually you're 325. You don't want it at 350 because you want it to bake a little bit slower, otherwise you'll have all these sugars go too fast. So, and then the topping is what makes this awesome. It's kind of like a praline topping, kind of like your mom's banana nut bread that she used to make, or she still does make. So we're gonna add in a cup of powdered sugar along with some flour. Mix that in. You can melt a stick of butter, or you can have it softened. If you soften it, it just kind of chunks it a little bit more and makes the topping a little bit more chunky.
But with it being liquid, it just spreads over it a lot better too.
Sure does. So you're just going to mix that in together.
And it's so funny because when I do serve this at the restaurant, people won't order any like Elvis cake because they're like, okay, we've already had our dessert. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we had the, sweet potato casserole. I'm like, oh gosh darn it.
Well, we're all about selling those desserts.
I know it, I am.
And then I just use my hands because it's kind of easier just to kind of sprinkle it on top.
Sure, why not?
I mean, it's our cooking show. We can do whatever we want.
Apparently.
Why don't you grab those pecans and stick those pecans on top. You can use walnuts or pecans. We like pecans just because they're already chunked here and we have lots of them. So you're going to put that in the oven at 325, bake it for 35 minutes. After you bake it, this is what the finished product is going to be. And it's warm, bubbly, and beautiful.
It smells so good.
It does. Now we have a guest here today who actually is a regular.
Yes.
And he comes in about once or twice a week. Joe, come on over here and see us.
Hi, Joe.
How are you doing?
Good.
So good to see ya.
Good to see you.
You been doing well?
Yes, better than I deserve.
Well, good. Now Joe is a health nut.
He is.
He comes in and he'll bring his own food for us to prepare for him and make omelets and all this stuff. But every once in a while, he'll decide to go off and just enjoy life a little bit, right? Hopefully today's one of those days.
Yeah, I'm off today.
You're off today.
Okay, good.
Good.
You're gonna love this.
That's a good choice. I'll just give you a little bit more. There we go. Now tell us what you think of that.
And you gotta get a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, you gotta get some of that crunchy stuff. That's what makes it delicious.
Is it that good?
I really couldn't tell if that would be a dish or just a dessert.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
Isn't that good?
Well, good. Well, you're welcome to take that over with your fresh coffee.
Thanks,
Hey,
Joe,
thank you.
for
Great
coming.
seeing you, Joe. Thanks so much. Well, there you go, folks. Straight from Joe. That's our, what is this?
Sweet potato casserole.
Sweet potato casserole here at Marcy Jo's, where we're changing lives.
One bite at a time.